I don't know. I think that my prediction is going to be more right than I knew of 24 hours ago. I don't know. I think that my prediction is even more right now than it was 24 hours ago. Joanna has been criticized in the past for not taking full responsibility for losses. How will she handle this if she doesn't make weight, or with this weight loss debacle? What is she going to do? Is she going to take ownership of it? Is she going to blame someone in her camp? Is she going to blame someone else? Is she going to say that Ariel Helwani was lying whenever he dropped this knowledge on us? What's going to happen? Welcome back. Guys, let's dig right in. Joanna Champion. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. What is going on? This isn't the way anyone wants to see this fight go down. I'm telling you. I can say with 100% certainty that nobody wants to watch this fight play out the way that it's about to play out. Nobody wants her to come in as a shell of herself. And what do I mean by a shell of herself? I mean, nobody's going to want her to come in dehydrated and flat. They're going to want to see the best Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Joanna Champion that they can. People pay hard-earned money to be entertained in these fights through the organization. Nobody wants to fork out their hard-earned money on a fight that they know that is someone is already compromised. The toughest part of this sport, in a lot of people's opinion, is the weight loss. It's the cutting weight. That's the dangerous, most dangerous part, arguably. People will argue that. If she's going to come in compromised, I don't know. I mean, do you want to see it now? Are you as hyped for it as you were before knowing that there was going to be some weight loss issues? She's Joanna Champion. Joanna Champion. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She was a former champion. She knows better than to not make weight. It's an obligation to her opponent. It's an obligation to the company. It's an obligation to the fans who want to see it as a fair contest. I've lost a lot of luster for this fight. I am 100% confident and happy with my pick with Michelle Waterson. I am. I couldn't be happier that I'm riding with Michelle Waterson on this fight for this very reason. If it's true, Michelle Waterson's going to have a leg up in this fight. She just is. She's going to come in fresher with no weight loss issues, no weight cut issues, no dehydration issues, other than normal, what's to be expected, but not to the extreme. When I said extreme, I just got the Vanilla Ice, Ice, Ice Baby lyric go through my head. I don't know. So anyways, that's stuff we're going to deal with on this. She needs to get this stuff figured out. Come in on weight and put on a spectacular performance. Come back and show us why you were the most feared women's fighter in that division. We highly touted your striking skills. People didn't want to fight you. People didn't want to strike with you. They were terrified by your name. Do you remember how scary she was? Her weigh-ins, her face-offs were terrifying. Remember she got like below? She like went low and then looked up at that girl and was like, she would psych people out pre-fight. Pre-fight, she would psych you out. She would terrify you that much. I don't know. I hope she gets this figured out. On the other hand, does this mess with Michelle Waterson? Does this mess with the Karate Hottie? She's a veteran of the game. It shouldn't mess with her too much mentally. But is she already checking out of this fight thinking that it's not going to happen? Is she already allowing this news to affect her game plan, to affect her thoughts and preparedness for this fight? Is this in her head? Because she has to deal with the phone calls from Dana. Hey, if she doesn't make weight, do you still want to take the fight? What do you want to do? It doesn't sound like she's taking the fight if she doesn't make the weight, but now that's an out has already been given to her. Mentally, has she taken the out, or is she as prepared as she would have been without this knowledge? That's something we have to take into consideration. Is she as prepared as she should be for this fight now that this news broke? Something to consider. I know if it was me and I was in that situation, it would mess with me because it's the hardest sport in the world. You're getting ready mentally for a fist fight, an agreed upon fist fight that's sanctioned. It's scary. You're going out there in a bikini and you're competing against one of the greatest female strikers of all time. You've got a family. You've started showbiz. I talked about that yesterday. She's been on TV shows for MTV with the Real World Challenge cast. She has other things going. Already, is that a foot out the door? Is that 1 foot out the door? And then with an out presented to her, is she already thinking of that out? Or is she still game ready? It poses a lot of questions. A lot for me, personally. Oh, and before I forget, what's up with this Paige Vanzant coming out of nowhere? Hey, I'll step in for the fight at 115. She's like, I'll be your Huckleberry. We're like, Paige, you've already danced your way into our heart. I thought you were done. I mean, she's almost an Instagram model these days, not a UFC fighter. I mean, I don't know what to say. Do you guys, or does that matchup interest you? Really, does it? I mean, she's been out for a hot minute. Doesn't seem like she's interested in coming back. She sees the weight loss issue, and she's kind of jumping, kind of chomping at the bits for it, right? I don't know. Well, where did she come from? Ultimately, what are your thoughts? Do you think that this is going to affect the mindset of the Karate Hottie? Do you think that this is a great mind game? Do you think this was all a ploy by Joanna? We know that Joanna plays mind games. We know that she's really good at playing mind games, that she likes playing mind games. Like I said, the whole stare down she used to do, right? Is this a mental tactic? And if it was a mental tactic, do you think it worked? Because objectively speaking, it would work on me. It would get inside of my head, and I, for sure, would see an out. 100%. That's me. I'm trying to be as transparent, open, and honest as possible. I would see an out, and I would take the out. I would still demand money from Dana White and the UFC because I showed up. I was on weight. I didn't break the contract. You guys signed a contract to make 115. That's what I would do. I would hold on to that contract, and I'd do what John Jones did when he refused to fight a fill-in. Who was it the first time he was supposed to fight Chael Sonnen? Well, didn't he turn that down? Pretty sure, because it was such a different opponent for him. That's what I would do. Just being 100% honest with you. I guess to end the video, if it's not a mind game and it is something true, how much do you think that Joanna Jędrzejczyk's going to be, paying the price for this? What's the detriment to this? She's going to come in dry. She's going to come in flat. She's going to have a harder time cutting this weight this rapidly than she probably would in the fight. It's super unhealthy. It's such a risk. No one cuts extreme weight loss and then performs like a champion, performs like they should. We see it time and time again. People lose at the scale. I don't know. I'm worried, and I'm not sure what that was. I'm going to go investigate. I'll be back. Follow me on Twitter at MMA Docket. Follow me on Instagram at Tiger Taylor. I'm out.